It's your boy Ngun in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something really special for you guys. Of course, we're going to talk about a strong warning for Nico Pepe from his ex teammate. We're also going to deal with Emiliano Buendia, Mesut Ozil, Matteo Gendouzi, Lucas Torreira, and of course, the one, the only Socrates Papasotopoulos. And of course, you've seen the thumbnail. We're going to talk about some RB Leipzig big sale at RB Leipzig that is going to happen. Of course, let's deal with it one by one. So if you seek daily Arsenal content, consider subscribing because we are actually wanting 15,000 subscribers on this channel. Help us reach there. Without any further ado, let's talk about it. So Fabrizio Romano opened up about Emiliano Buendia, whether he's potentially trying to join Arsenal this month. Is it possible? He says Buendia is appreciated and they are working with their scouts, going many miles to scout him, to look at him, and he's in the list. He's not the only name. They are in contact with the agent. They are still waiting to sell players because if you don't sell players in this market, it is impossible to sign new ones. So Buendia is still being scouted more. Moving on, well, Nico Pepe's ex teammate Loic Remy tells Nicolas Pepe, you can't have one day of being lazy in the Premier League as he wants. The £72 million Arsenal man, he risks being labelled a flop if he doesn't kickstart his career soon. So Loic Remy actually had a solitary season at Ligue 1 club Lille. Pepe played alongside him. Pepe scored 21 goals in 38 games in that campaign, which convinced Arsenal to sign him, of course. But Loic Remy, well, he actually was a former Chelsea striker who now plays for Turkish side Kayseri Rizespor. He has urged Pepe to apply himself in order to succeed at Arsenal. Remy says he was flying in Lille and he was the best player in the team. Then, when you get to the next step, the expectation is really high. You cannot have one day of being lazy or late. The intensity in big clubs is like that. You can't complain and there's not much time to adapt. You can't get away with the mistakes anymore like you can at smaller clubs. There are always players waiting on the bench to take your spot. They will be training their hardest to replace you, and that's the biggest difference between big clubs and a smaller club. For him, the whole team are having a difficult season. Arsenal is Arsenal, so I think they will get back to having good results, even if they are not easy games in the Premier League. Well, agreed to that. Well, OGC Nice. Well, yesterday William Saliba had a game against Metz, wherein it was a draw, 1-1 draw, and he was the man of the match. Aiglon du match was William Saliba yesterday. Well, there was a point where William Saliba's intervention on Thierry Ambrose in the dying minutes of last match's game against Metz. William Saliba did a very good defensive duty. Well, moving on, Socrates would seem to be more convinced by the proposal received from Real Betis, where he would be reunited with his former Dortmund teammate Marc Bartra. There is a meeting tomorrow between Socrates' entourage and the Betis management, so he would consider going to Real Betis, where he will rejoin his teammate, ex-Dortmund teammate Marc Bartra there. There is a strong possibility of it. But moving on, well, Ian Wright has opened up about Emil Smith-Rowe. He says he is quality, top drawer. He's a real player, absolutely delighted for him. He's literally one of the only players we have in the squad who plays on the half turn in there. Martin Keown has opened up about Ozil. He says Ozil's become calculated in the way that he's undermining the club with tweets, and I think it's now time to go. It's time to go for Mesut Ozil, according to Martin Keown. Also about Ozil, well, Marine Football Club tweeted out, now at 17,175. Team news on Friday, Arsenal offered us Ozil on loan to help us beat Spurs. I'm sorry, our bench is already sorted, unfortunately. They have a game in the FA Cup against Tottenham Hotspurs tonight. Let's see how things will turn out. If they win, if they lose, it's all up to them also. Well, since Emil Smith-Rowe came into the playing in the team on Boxing Day, Arsenal have gone from no domestic victories in 8 games to 4 consecutive wins. He is a special talent, was tweeted by ESPN UK. And as current holders, Arsenal will wear a silver sleeve badge throughout their FA Cup campaign to commemorate their 2019-2020 triumph, complete with number 14, that which represents the number of times the club has won the competition. That is actually a new tradition at the Emirates FA Cup. The winners will have that silver badge on their sleeves. Kind of cool, isn't it? Well, it looks like Arsenal are reportedly not only thinking about recalling Matteo Guendouzi from loan, they're trying to recall Lucas Torreira as well. Well, the Uruguayan international is out at loan at Atletico Madrid, but he has just featured in 6 La Liga games only. And according to Mundo Deportivo, Arsenal are thinking about cutting short his stay, but he wouldn't then be involved in the first team squad. He would then be shipped off to Fiorentina, who are keen to sign him on loan, and the Serie A side were also interested in bringing him to Italy on a permanent deal in the summer. However, Arsenal chose Atletico Madrid, and rather, more than Arsenal, I think it was Lucas Torreira who chose Atletico Madrid. Also, let me know in the comments, do you guys really want Matteo Guendouzi to come back at Arsenal because he's really looking good for Hertha Berlin? Do you guys really want Matteo Guendouzi to come back to Arsenal and actually, turn his fortune around, uh, you know, turn everything around him? Moving on, Arsenal legend Ian Wright has blasted Willian and Nicolas Pepe for their FA Cup performances against Newcastle. He told BBC Sport, very, very poor from Pepe today. Same with Willian. These are two players we needed a lot from, and we are not just getting it, to be honest. In the end, Mikel Arteta had to bring on his best guys because the guys he brought in just didn't do it in the first half. That was the opportunity for Newcastle to take advantage, but they just didn't have the quality. Yeah, they did not have the quality. Also, if you remember former Arsenal target Christian Pavon, well, he's been charged, he's been accused of sexually attacking a woman who used social media to publicize her claims against him. Now, the 24-year-old winger, who starred alongside Lionel Messi in 2018 World Cup, was linked with Watford, Fulham and Arsenal as well, has counterattacked by calling on a judge to charge his accuser with extortion after the allegations were made public. Pavon, who plays with Boca Juniors after a long spell with LA Galaxy, during which teammate Zlatan said he was too good for MLS, has not been arrested. The woman at the center of ongoing rape probe identified herself in an Instagram post in which she appeared to suggest the alleged rape had happened some time ago and she had received little backing from Boca. Wow. Anyways, the great news is that RB Leipzig CEO Olivier Mintzlaff has revealed the club may have to sell key players yet again if it makes sense financially. Well, we all know Dayot Upamecano has been heavily linked with a lot of move away with a 40 million pound release clause, with Arsenal, Chelsea, two clubs said to be keen. Commenting on potentially having to sell players, Mintzlaff told Sport Build that we have a squad that is very broad in terms of quality, so we will sell top performers again if it makes financial sense and we can cope with it from a sporting point of view. When I think of Timo Werner, Matheus Cunha, Naby Keita or Diego Demme, we've already made a lot of money and still made progress in terms of the sporting side. Overall, we have invested a lot in our team, no question about that, but look, the current squad had a market value of less than 250 million euros when the individual players made their debut. And if we take the current market value, we are at around 550 million euros. You have to take this plus over 300 million euros into account when you talk about investments. We are creating value with our path. So yes, they might have to sell. Well, it looks like, of course, in the summer, we definitely are having a lot of players available for us. Also, Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah will not be sold this month, which is confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. But Mesut Ozil's brother has teased on Instagram that a move to Fenerbahce is edging closer to be finalized. Yes, he actually put up Turkish club's Fenerbahce's badge on his Instagram stories, and of course with a wink emoji already mentioned before. Genoa CEO Alessandro Zerbano has talked about a move for Arsenal defender Socrates. Yes, the Greece international hasn't featured for Arsenal this season at all, has been left out of the Premier League squad and the Europa League squad completely. And with his contract set to expire in the summer, the North Londoners are keen to let him go out of the wage bill, of course. So speaking of the ex-Borussia Dortmund star, Zerbano said, he actually spoke to Sky Sports. He said, Socrates is an option, really good player. We still don't know if he'll arrive in the next few days. But also we all know all about Real Betis. Also, Rob Holding, according to Conrad Harrison, Rob Holding has signed a new deal at Arsenal. Yes, well, Rob Holding has signed a new deal at Arsenal. According to him, should you believe it? Well, he's actually come up with a lot of things in the past as well. So I would tell you, yes, you should. In a way, you should. He doesn't actually, lie most of the times, or he doesn't, churn out fake news as usual. But Rob Holding news, I think you got to keep an eye on that. With this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying all the content that is coming on this channel. Cheers. I will see you in the next one.